Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy CV with another reaction video. I almost said something else. I don't know what I was talking about. But this video is called American Foods That Are Banned in Other Countries. Listen, we did a video on eggs, and that had me thinking. And a couple of people said, hey, if you think you're going to become vegetarian, start watching these type of videos. You'll definitely become vegetarian really quick. All right, so let's see what food that are banned in other countries, man. I do know that a lot of the stuff here in America has this, what is it, red dye 40 or something like that, red dye 42, something weird. I know it's a red dye that's basically in candies and chips and everything else, and that's why my girl, she doesn't eat those things. She doesn't eat meat. She does fish. So she's not vegetarian. Somebody was like, you said your girl's vegetarian. And then later in the video, you said she's not vegetarian. But anyways, let's watch this video, man. Let's see what's banned and for what reason. That's what I really wanted to know. What food and what reason? All right, let's get into it. Let's get this 100 likes if we can, man. Appreciate y'all.
Most Americans want to believe that the United States is the gold standard of clean food. But that belief may not hold up to scrutiny. From unsanitary practices in mass production to the addition of dangerous chemicals, countries have good reason to give the side eye to imported.
I didn't eat dinner yet. Oh boy.
Foods claiming to be USDA approved.
I don't
That's
eat
right.
hot dogs.
This week we're talking about American foods that have been banned by other countries. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel.
Yes,
Then
I
leave
will.
a comment and tell us what other world food facts you would like to know more about. Now let's see how wrong the rest of the world really is.
Oh yeah, the dye in the Skittle. I know
Since the
that.
dawn of Skittles, there have been rumors about the dangers of eating them. Every one of us heard at least one classmate claim that the red ones make you sterile, and the yellow ones, they give you cancer. Turns out, it might be worse than that. First of all, your classmate wasn't wrong. The dyes known as Yellow 5 and Yellow 6 have been linked to hives and hyperactivity in children. Sweden and Norway have banned the candies out of concern. The European Union will most likely be banning Skittles at the end of the year, having already swapped out some of the dye for more natural flavors. This is because of something called titanium dioxide, which can be found making the colors pop across the rainbow. Research linked titanium dioxide to damaged DNA, which can lead to cancer. While Europe may be ahead of the Skittles awareness curve, America is quickly catching up. In May of 2021, the Environmental Working Group asked the FDA to categorize titanium dioxide as toxic. And yes, before you ask, right now the FDA says it's okay to consume some of that chemical compound.
What do you mean some? You're still consuming it. No, what?
You can taste the rainbow, but just in moderation. California is home to an ongoing lawsuit against Mars Inc., the parent company of Skittles. The lawsuit claims Skittles are not only toxic, but are unfit for human consumption.
Wow.
So maybe for now, play it safe. Just go have some Swedish fish instead.
That's crazy, man. Like the FDA is like, nah, just a little bit is okay. Nah, if it's in there, it's in there. I don't care. What about those that are so addicted to damn Skittles want to have like 4 bags? You might as well smoke cigarettes. Well, might as well. Bro, bread, really? Okay.
Ever looked at a piece of crusty French baguette, be it in cartoon or in real life, but let's be honest, it was probably in the hands of Pepe Le Pew, and think, I can't make a sandwich with that? As great as we talk about the invention of sliced bread, a lot of European countries have actually banned much of what you'd find on America's wide grocery shelves.
No way.
That's because we make a lot of our bread not just with grain, but with a variety snap packs worth of additives. Like azodicarbonamide, for example, which helps bleach flour and strengthen dough. Fun fact about azodicarbonamide, it's also used in a spectrum of industrial products, including yoga mats. Downward dogs. The European Union is really against the idea of its citizens eating yoga mat material and has banned their use in food products.
Yeah, this is, yeah, man. I don't know, bro. This is gonna make me really, really think this stuff through, man. Because I'm getting older, man. You know what I mean? My doctor said, "Hey, he looked at me, said, Sifi, just exercise, get rid of the bread. You don't need it. Anything that has yeast, bread, get rid of it. Beer, all that stuff. You'll be fine. You're an athletic guy." Okay, I see. I see you, doc. Pork? I don't touch pork, so.
Pork, the other white meat, is a staple of American meats, along with chicken, fish, and beef. From bacon to ham, hot dogs to pork chops.
Nah, I'm
American meat eaters consume about 67 pounds of pig per person every year. Soo-ee, my heart is stopping. Don't get us wrong. Other nations indulge in swine just as much, if not more, than Americans. So why doesn't the U.S. export scores of succulent bacon-bearing boars? Well, it turns out America adds a lot of chemicals during processing. Ractopamine in particular is used in many pig farms to raise porkier porkers. Ractopamine, which we put a dash of in a lot of foods, has been banned in 160 countries, which all consider the drug unsafe for human consumption. This in turn has led to a prohibition of pork exports across the world.
Ew.
The EU hasn't touched the stuff since outlawing ractopamine in 2009. China and Russia have been ractopamine-less since 2013. Maybe that's because ractopamine has the same effects as an intoxicant on humans and can cause tachycardia, headaches, and muscle spasms if consumed in large enough quantities. But it is a small price to pay for a perfect piece of the pork.
I don't eat pork, man. I gave that up a long time ago because I don't know. If it's even the Bible says stay away from that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not that religious. Oh God, I probably eat chicken 4 times a week now. Don't judge me, man. All I know is there's hormones in there, and hormones make I'm not saying it. I can't come back from it.
Often comes down to dousing stuff in a chlorine bath and calling it FDA approved.
Oh my God. When you see it like this, it's just like, See, in my country, I used to kill chickens. I used to kill goat, as a 9-year-old in my country. It's not even like a big deal. In America, if most Americans sees all of this, they're going to be disgusted. Like, see it like this in production, it just looks nasty. I'm used to it from back home where you just, you cut the throat of a goat and, you take the skin off, all that good stuff. But like, when you watch it like this, I'm just like, do I trust this dude? Do I trust him? He's having a bad week. He's been trying to get a raise. So he's just like, you don't know if he's watching this. I don't know, man. I don't want to see it like this.
And chicken is no exception. Pathogen reduction treatments, or PRTs, refer to the use of different chemicals to destroy harmful microbes on raw meat. Somewhere along the line, American food regulators decided a quick chlorine shock was the best way to kill salmonella and other bacteria on uncooked poultry. Chlorine marinade. And look, it's not that the EU is against taking a long gulp from the public pool now and then. In fact, the risks posed by chlorine consumption are relatively low. The bigger concern is that the chlorine baths are just an eye-burning Band-Aid on a larger problem. The tip of the beak, so to speak. They're worried that the PRTs are insufficient to deal with more than just the normal bacteria and don't get at a potential contamination from things like low-quality feed to unsanitary coops on farms. The EU called the chlorine rinse an easy fix, arguing no chemical rinse will ever remove all bacteria from meat heavily contaminated as a result of poor hygiene. That hurts extra to hear it from the French.
I will say that my girlfriend does try to buy chicken that's farm raised. She does her best for me, my son, because we're not ready for that. She doesn't eat meat, like I said, only fish. And so, last couple of weeks, I've been telling her I want to try the stuff you eat. We both want, we're tired of eating chicken every other day. You know what I'm saying? And because I don't eat pork, I gave up red meat. I gave up pork. I don't like Mountain Dew. What the fudge? We don't drink sodas. We only drink water. Like, I'm not a soda guy. My son had soda one time, and he was like, "Oh, this is disgusting." So yeah, I mean, I'm like right there. Just, I just got to give up chicken. That's it. Because I don't eat red meat. I love fish. So yeah, I might as well just go for it, right? Yeah.
Mountain Dew is the closest any soft drink has come to being fully weaponized. But did you know in Austria and Norway, the soda is outright banned?
That's crazy.
That's because Mountain Dew's signature Chernobyl radiant hue comes from tartrazine, also known as yellow 5. And if your ADHD hasn't kicked in yet, you'll remember that color and number from the Skittles section earlier. It's been linked to headaches, hyperactivity, and the desire to be annoying to other people. Ironically, the qualities that make Mountain Dew a soda non gratis in other countries is exactly what the brand promotes: a frenetic, over-caffeinated lifestyle. Do the Dew. Baja Blast.
Yeah, the gamers love it because they can play
and
games
while you might be
all
able
night.
to find Mountain Dew in Europe, it's going to hit a little different. That's because Europe spent exactly 2 years in the 90s riding the Dew before discontinuing it. What is being sold as Mountain Dew in the EU has a recipe closer to the original carbonated beverage, as created by Tennessee beverage bottlers Barney and Ollie Hartman in the 1940s. The original Mountain Dew was meant as a whiskey mixer, with the name coming from the affectionate Scottish term for moonshine. It'll tickle your innards, is what the old ads used to read.
Moonshine, you say?
No lies detected here.
Yahoo! Mountain Dew!
Little Debbie. I haven't had one of these in probably, 15 years?
Little Debbie has been providing Americans with comfort
No
snack
reason, though.
food since the 1960s, with their variety of zebra cakes, star crunches, nutty bars, fudge rounds, and cosmic brownies. But their big claim to fame, as anyone who has ever had their lunch
good.
packed by a parent can attest, is the Little Debbie Swiss Rolls, a mixture of rich chocolate cake and butter-creamy filling. Over 900 million cartons of Little Debbie products are shipped each year, but none of those cartons go anywhere near Austria or Norway.
Hey, hold on a second.
Shipped each year, but none of those cartons go any.
This right here, this oatmeal cream pie. Oh my God. When CV in his younger days used to partake a little bit of Mary Jane, I would have a box of these. Every session, I would have me some cream pie. You know what I mean? But, I don't partake anymore. So I don't, how long has it been since I had one of these? It's been like 12 years, man. No, 12. I'm cheating myself here. I haven't partaken about 15 to 16 years. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Anywhere near Austria or Norway. Blame those rascally additives, yellow 5 and red 40.
There's the
Swiss
red.
rolls contain.
That's what I was talking about. That red 40 right there. Yes, I've been reading about this, man. Listen, doing that video on eggs, I've been researching a lot of things, man. And that red dye 40, I keep seeing it, man. I don't like it. I don't
those
like
rascally additives, yellow 5 and red 40. Swiss rolls contain 32 milligrams of dye per product, and in those quantities, they've been shown to have an adverse effect on children. And we're not just talking about causing hyperactivity, although one study found that cutting all artificial food coloring from diets may be 1/2 as effective as prescribing kids Ritalin. And while we can't prove there's a direct connection between artificial food coloring and cancer, they do cause damage to white blood cells, causing them to mutate after only 3 hours. Exposure to these dyes could cause tumor cells to multiply way more rapidly. For that reason, researchers say a high chronic intake of food colorings throughout the entire life is not advisable. If only they weren't so delicious. Surprisingly, you can buy Little Debbie's Swiss rolls in the EU, but they come with warning labels advising parents of the potential dangers to kids. Like cigarettes.
Wow. That's crazy to see that. Bro, when you see that on Little Debbie Swiss roll, I'm like, nah, that's a pack of cigarettes to me. Oh my God. Those are cigarettes for kids. Swear to God. Yo, at least they're telling you though. At least they're telling you. In the US, you're not getting that warning. Hell no. No. Hey, I know you guys. CV, just watch the goddamn video. Start stopping it. Listen. No. Listen, doctors tell you to eat Special K Kellogg's. There's no way. There's no way this is banned. Okay. There's no way.
When you hear the words banned breakfast cereal, you're
Just no
probably
way.
imagining one of the countless kid-focused brands of sugary morsels, like the oh-so-delicious Cookie Crisp. So you might be surprised to learn that it's actually Special K, the most boring cereal on all of the earth, that has been banned in Denmark and discouraged in the EU. How does the healthiest box of flakes on the shelf get banned, while stuff like Reese's Puffs and Cinnamon Toast Crunch continue to enjoy free passage? Ironically, because of its supposed health benefits. In the UK, Special K has been put on blast by the Advertising Standards Authority for exaggerating how much folic acid they pack into portions. Though it's still legal to buy in Europe, Denmark has completely banned Special K since 2004 for all its fortified vitamins and minerals. Regulators argue that Kellogg's cereals
They banned it 20 years ago.
unnaturally high levels of everything from vitamin A to zinc actually qualify Special K as a genetically modified organism, or GMO. More specifically, Special K is swole with the same artificial compounds that studies have shown to potentially pose health risks, specifically to children and pregnant women. In conclusion, you may want to stick with crunch berries.
What? Special K? Like doctors tell you, yeah, you know, you want to be healthy, exercise, you know, Special K, throw little strawberries in there, you'll be fine. Yogurt, bro. I can't, man.
You don't need to
I'm
take
just gonna
a
stop eating.
transcontinental flight to visit countries
I'm
that
gonna
have
stop
banned
eating.
American foods. Just drive up to the Canadian border, flash your passport, and sign an affidavit saying you're not smuggling any steak tartare in your trunk. Today, consuming raw meat has fallen out of fashion in the US, much like other foods like veal and pate, which don't make you sick but might make you sad. But while baby cow and overstuffed goose liver is illegal in parts of America now, tartar is not. See, while veal and pate may be uncool, they are also served hot. Unlike tartar, which is chopped up cold meat, straight
That
from
looks
the cow.
nasty.
Undercooked or raw foods can lead to an increase in food poisoning and parasitic infections, especially in beef and poultry. But considering how fancy pants steak tartare is, Titanic food one might say, you'd think countries might look the other way and let the luxury delicacy
Mr.
slide.
Bean, he's
And for a
funny,
long
man.
time they did. In Canada, meat
Yo, Mr. Bean put his ears to it. It's like, is it still alive? Can I? It's not cooked. It must be alive. Listen, this tartar thing, whatever it is, I never had in my life. Sushi, I tried it because my girlfriend eats sushi. My son loves sushi. I tried it. I just can't do sushi either. I just don't know what it is. I love tuna, but I can't do sushi. I don't know, man.
has to reach an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit, the equivalent of a medium rare steak, in order to be considered safe to serve. But those rules aren't strictly enforced. That is, until recently. In 2021, restaurant owners in New Brunswick selling steak tartare were all served cease and desist letters. Canadian public health officials had decided that amid the ongoing health crisis of COVID-19, the last thing their citizens needed was a side order of botulism.
Okay, I'm cool. All right, we don't drink soda, so this ain't for my family. We don't drink soda at all.
More American than Coca-Cola?
Yeah,
The
not
fizz,
us.
The flavor, the former secret ingredient, cocaine.
Nope.
Coke is basically apple pie in beverage form. And it's not just Americans who are cuckoo for Coke. Invented by a pharmacist in 1886 Georgia, Coca-Cola quickly
Invented by pharmacists, bro? I never knew that. A pharmacist? And that's the name you chose? Some Coke?
caught on overseas. It was the World War II GI's drink of choice. Pre-pandemic, Coca-Cola had 500 brands in over 200 countries, making it the best-selling soft drink and one of the most recognizable brands of all time. But there will always be exceptions, and unlike the other entries on the list, for once it has nothing to do with health concerns. Everybody knows that Coke is not good for you. We just decided collectively that we don't care. No, the countries that have outlawed the brand have done so because of what it represents, a symbol of the encroachment of American capitalism. From 1962 to 2011, the U.S. banned sales of Coke to Burma as part of sanctions against the military junta that ruled the country until 2011. It resumed sales in the country in 2012.
What?
Today, Coca-Cola is only unavailable in 2 countries with long-term trade embargoes with the U.S. North
What?
Korea hasn't allowed Coke since 1950, and the bubbly beverage has been banned in Cuba since Fidel Castro ceased supplies in 1962. First the prequels, now Coke. Is there anything that can't be ruined by the federalization of trade taxation? In a twist of irony and lime, Cuba was actually one of the first bottlers of the beverage outside of America. Today, Cuba Cola has replaced Coke as the country's soft drink of choice, though black market sales abound. After all, it is the birthplace of the Cuba Libre, aka the rum and Coke. M&Ms, the delicious melt-in-your-mouth, not-in-your-hand snacks, were originally a collaboration between the Scion sons of the Mars and Hershey dynasties in 1941. Like Coca-Cola, M&Ms gained international fans during World War II, as American soldiers popularized the candy overseas as the chocolate that won't get your trigger finger all sticky. But you won't find the candy in Sweden, where it's banned due to a trademark conflict with a popular national candy that also features lowercase m's as its signature.
Yeah, that's different though, why it's banned though. What's bad about it though? That's just business, business conflict right there.
When Mars introduced the candy to Sweden in 2009, a court ruled its marketing too similar to that of the Norwegian Marabous, which resemble Kit Kats. During World War I, Marabou had moved its manufacturing to its Swedish neighbors, where it received a royal warrant of appointment by the King of Sweden. And here we thought the Swiss were the chocolate snobs. Should you want to check out what the fuss is all about, Marabou's is sold in IKEA stores here in the US. Well, at least it's good to know that M&Ms don't contain any harmful dyes or chlorine residue, right? That's a pretty important victory for hard-shelled chocolate. So what do you think? Which of these banned foods sounds the most delicious? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it,
I was gonna say, is M&M and Skittles the same? Okay.
check out some of these other videos.
Well, that right there is not that crazy because M&M is banned because of business conflicts. That's all that is. So that gets a pass, But then again, it's probably got some weird dye in there that he didn't talk about. What food doesn't really have some weird dye 66, dye 29? You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm good, man. Now, seeing those chickens like that, man, does not make it appeal. I don't want to eat chickens, man. Seeing the chickens upside down, just throw them in the water with chlorine and just I don't know, man. It didn't do good for me. It's different when you see it versus when you hear it. I saw it. I don't like that, man. I might have to. So what am I gonna eat? Am I just gonna not eat food? What do I eat? Comment section. Write something. What do I eat that's gonna be healthy and okay? I started eating salad. Okay, I'm doing that. I cut back on the chicken. Do like hot wings. By the way, I don't want you guys to think we just go and get fast food. No, we cook every day. Like everything we eat, I cook it. We don't go to fast food. We'll go to restaurant and stuff, but we don't go to fast food. We cook everything. We cook every day. I love cooking, so it's one of my favorite things. So I cook every day. It's just I don't pay attention to how that food got to the store and then to my house. I just don't like seeing those chickens like that, man. I just didn't like it. I didn't like, even in my country, when we kill a chicken, it was chicken that just naturally born and got older, and then we have it for dinner. But it's killed. I don't want to say killed. It's prepared by us, not some dude that didn't wash his hands and because he wants a raise and he's upset. Just saying. All right. Give me some tips, guys, man. If you really care about your boy, give me some tips, man. I'm really trying to get better, man. I'm getting older. I need to change my habits. I'm not putting moonshine. I'm not going to stop that. So don't even try. But the other stuff, I'm willing to stop. I stopped. I don't drink soda. We just drink water in our house. We don't have juices, none of that. Just straight water. What else? We don't eat red meat. No steak. Really, no pork. Really, it's just chicken. You know, we eat chicken and fish. Really, so I don't know. Anyways, man, that was a interesting video. For this videos like this, put in the comment section below, man. I'm into it. I'm learning a lot. So it's not just a reaction, just for nothing. I'm actually learning. So and it's good to see these things like this, especially those chicken. Just no. Anyways, love you guys. Keep your head up as always. Till next time. Peace.